Missed it. Grizzlies came back and beat the Spurs 95-94.
What? Really?
No, Spurs beat them by 30.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sixth Man Show. It's still playoff season, so that's cool. And I got a lot of great stuff to talk about. So let's get to it. Alright, we're into the second round into the playoffs right now. So that means the first round is over. So let's recap the first round. Alright, the Golden State Warriors, they beat the Houston Rockets in 5 games with a series win, 4-1. And then you got the Cavaliers beating the Detroit Pistons in 4 games. They swept them. And then you got the Atlanta Hawks who beat the Celtics in 6 games, 4-2. And then you got the Toronto Raptors beating the Indiana Pacers in 7 games, 4-3. And that's this playoff series win for the Toronto Raptors is their first playoff series win since 2001. Long time ago, 15 years. Alright, moving on. The Miami Heat beat the Charlotte Hornets in 7 games with a series win, 4-3. And then the San Antonio Spurs beat the Memphis Grizzlies in 4 games. They swept them, and man, the Spurs just played their game and they just win after win. Alright, moving on. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they beat the Mavericks in 5 games with a series win of 4-1. And then, in a shocker, the Portland Trail Blazers beat the Clippers in 6 games, 4-2. And man, I'm glad the Blazers advanced. They're a great team. But man, I feel bad for the Clippers, man. Losing Chris Paul and Blake Griffin both to crucial injuries, that's tough. Alright, moving on. Steph Curry and his knee injury. Now, he's progressing well in coming back, and he says that he wants to come back for Game 3, and it is a real possibility. And to get ready for his comeback, he's been doing light exercises like before and after games to still be in shape so he doesn't lose any of his game. But it's Steph Curry. I don't think he'll lose any of his game. Alright, now, the beginning of the second round. I talked about the first round in the beginning, and now the second round. And some games have already started. So, the Warriors are up on the Blazers in that series, 1-0. And then the Cavs, they're up on the Hawks, 1-0. And then San Antonio and OKC, their series is tied 1-1. And man, Game 2 was a sloppy game for that series. I'm glad OKC won because Game 1 was just horrible for them. The Spurs just blew them out. And I'm glad OKC won. Alright, and then still to play their games is Miami and Toronto. Now for that series, I think, in my opinion, I think the Heat are going to take that series in 6 games because Miami's got some good players and that have had playoff experience way further than the Toronto Raptors. Like, for example, you got Dwayne Wade, you got Luol Deng, and you got Joe Johnson, one of the most clutch players still in the game. I'll still be watching that series. I think it's going to be a good series. Alright, now, I want to go into a My Team segment, the Sacramento Kings. Alright, the Kings had another bad season again, and just how they've been doing almost every other season, getting rid of their head coach in George Karl. And George Karl just didn't work out for the Kings. And so they've been doing a coaching search, and they've constructed some interviews already, and some of the interviews that are going to take place this week, they're interviewing guys like, alright, I'm going to name off some. They've interviewed Sam Mitchell, the previous coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're planning to interview Patrick Ewing, David Blatt, Jeff Hornacek, and this guy from the Spurs who coached in Europe. His name is Ettore Messina. Alright? So, those coaches, all of them are good names. And one name on this list that I think has a legitimate shot at being the Kings coach, just because of his past with the Kings, is Elston Turner. Now, Elston Turner, he used to be an assistant coach when the Kings were good, in their quote-unquote glory days. I don't know why I put that in quotes. They were good back then. And yeah, he's been an assistant coach in the NBA for a long time and has never been given a chance at a head coach job. And I'd like to see what he can do with this squad. I'm not trying to be biased because of the show, but Elston Turner would be good for the Kings. And also, just a few days ago, the Kings released their new logo, so I'm going to show that, so check it out. Alright, how do you like that logo? For me, I like the logo because it kind of has an old school feel to it. And they're staying with purple. I like that too. Now, I'm still not used to the logo yet, and so I think it's going to take some time. I'll get used to it like I've gotten used to everything new with the Kings. Alright, now, I want to talk about the Pissin' Me Off segment. Of course, I will not have one for this episode, but I'll keep doing the Pissin' Me Off segments. I'll come up with some, and I would like some suggestions for the Pissin' Me Off. So tweet me, put some ideas in the comments, and I'll look over them and put my own spin on them. Alright? Now, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, thanks for watching, and peace, but also remember, stay upbeat so you don't get beat. Alright, I'm out.